Hey, this is a gameplay review for Kenzie. She knows what this is. You know what this is. We're gonna just get right into it. Let me start the video and then we're gonna take a look at perks real quick. Cold Tower is a good, pretty average map. So you've got Save the Best for Last, Corrupt, Pain Res, Barbecue. Good build. If you are adept at using Save the Best for Last, this could possibly be considered one of the best builds you could use. Maybe swapping out Barbecue for, I don't know, Dead Man Switch or Pain Res, or Pain Res and Pop Goes a Weasel, or possibly Surge combined with Save the Best for Last is really good, or well, Jolt, I suppose. This is really good. Add-ons don't really matter. The Rat Liver is good. The tail is fine. If you wanted the best add-ons, it would probably be like Barb's Glasses. I've been using the Portal Speed, which is quite nice as well. But honestly, I don't think that almost any, except for maybe the iridescent add-ons of demos, are very impactful on the game. So let's just get into it. First thing you do is you go peek on this side of the map over here next to Shack. After starting pretty much next to Shack, I wouldn't say that this is the place you want to go, but you do something smart here. You go over and you place a portal. However, you're going to place it right about here. What I would do is I would place it maybe right about to the right of where you are right now, behind the rocks. Okay, so what this will do is if they're working on this gen and they run to this pallet, you're going to be on the other side of the pallet already. You can catch them. It also zones them towards Shack, but chances are they're going to go for this pallet, so that's what you want to do. But the reason why I don't really like putting it next to the generator like this is because you're not going to really get any of the value of like charging your power and then seeing their killer instinct, just because it's never going to be active. If they see this and it's active, they're going to break it. So you want to put it sort of out of the way, maybe over here behind this rock, out of sight. So when you're coming through it, they go, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? So yeah, that's just a small tip. And then this one, you're going to place a portal here. After you grab this, I do believe, okay, you don't. So what I would say is right on the other side of this rock right here, drop a portal. Because if you teleport to it, they're not going to know. If you put it on top of the hill, they're going to know and they're going to run away and get completely safe. They're going to be completely safe. If you put it behind here, they won't know where you come from, and then they'll have to run away from Shack, which is good. And then they'll probably be in a dead zone, so you can run up the hill and then shred off the hill for extra distance, and it'll be all good. However, you grab your invitation, which is good, and you see a skill check over here, which is actually hilariously where you started. I suspect that they started next to this gen and they ran this way toward this gen and just started working on it. However, I do think that there are probably 1 or 2 survivors over here. So you make the choice to go this way, which is good. See the David run that way. You see the Nia right here. You hit her. That's good. There's actually all 4 that are here, because see, the Feng is here, and then you're about to see the Meg. There's the Meg. The Feng is actually right here or right there, because I didn't notice this the first time through. But I do believe the Feng is right there with the blue hair, and she walks behind the hook, right about there. It's fine. Hit that. Yep, all good. So the Feng is actually still there. So you go and you drop a portal. Not a bad place. However, I would have put it in the jungle gym behind you, just to zone them away from Killer Shack as usual. So you're gonna go this way. At this point, I would say probably drop Chase. Not worth it. She's your obsession. You're not getting stacks for this. You're going away from a gen that's already being done. You're chasing her in an area that has Corrupt on this gen and the one to your right. It's not worth chasing her here. However, you do, and it's a relatively quick down because she's kind of taking really weird pathing. She doesn't really do this. This is a good idea to bait out the dead hard and stuff like this. And you can just hit her because it doesn't matter. Yep, grab her, throw her up on a hook, perfect. All is well. You can see barbecue from here because this is actually something that's good. You could have put her on this hook if you really wanted to get some early pain res value, which you would have gotten because I do believe it is this generator right here that the David ran off to, which you don't know, but that's okay. However, I do like this hook placement better because you get barbecue value. You get to see probably 2 to 3 survivors with this, but you don't see anybody. I think you might see somebody behind that gen, but because of the orange aura, you don't see anybody. This is a good teleport. You go back to the gen that you know that they were working on, and you see this Fang. Chase the Fang at Killer Shack. It's going to be pretty hard. That would never have hit, which is, I mean, you know, you live and you learn. That's something that takes many hours of practice with demo. This one would have hit, but you messed up just a little bit. I assume that was just user error based on a controller flick a little bit too hard. Again, that would have hit, but yeah, unfortunate, but that's all right. You keep playing, you get more experience, things go better. You continue chasing this Fang around. At this point, you hear a generator being worked on over here. It's the David. He's up here. I don't know why he ran to the top of that hill. I guess he just likes taking hits. Hit him with the M1, good. Or, well, basic attack for stacks. He goes over. This never works. Unless you're baiting it, and then you switch over to this side immediately. This will never hit. You don't want to hit this shred. You want to hit more, save the best for last stacks. You need to stack these up as quickly as possible, unless the only time you're going to take or get the hit is with shred. If you're going to be playing this way where you're getting a lot of shreds and you don't really care about your M1 as much, just take save the best for last off, put on Tinker, and use your portals more. See, this never hits. Fortunately, David is he's a gamer. I'm happy that you saw this white hook right here and you just opted to use it. They finish a gen right about now. Pow. Right as you're hooking, that gen finishes, but the far gen gets broken, so that's good. You don't have to worry about that one finishing for at least another 10 to 15 seconds. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit to this hook right here. Hello? All right, so this just blew up. What I want you to think about is the survivor's going in this direction and she's gonna turn left, right? If she's going towards this lumber right here and you see her go left, just drop a portal right here, okay? As soon as she goes out of sight, and teleport to this gen right here. The chances that they're either here or here are very high. And then you would have been over here and she would have been like, oh, I guess she left. Or, you know, I guess the demo left. And then, or she would have gone around and been surprised by a Demogorgon in their face. But yeah, that's just something to think about. Sort of cut them off. And then you find out that they are nowhere to be found. You're activating this portal, which is not a bad idea. It's still regressing. Ah, see, they were back here. That is a perfectly acceptable gen to lose, I think. Gotta preserve your stacks. Good. Get a shred in there. Then she just runs away. Ah, nice. 10% regression. Now this is the god setup that I'm talking about. You kind of missed her a little bit. This is where she is, and then the Meg ran off to the right around the Killer Shack. You don't really want to chase Meg unless she's in a place where you can easily catch her. This particular like palette gem, like jungle gym killer shack situation is insane. Like, she could have run you here all game if she had vault speed, if she had dead hard, if she had all these tools. She did not use them properly because you were playing a little erratically, didn't know where she was, and she didn't really know what to do with that. But it's all right. You go around a couple of times. She should have vaulted there. She did not. David went to second hook. Good for you. Should have taken that vault again. She throws a trick you can do with this gym. If there's not a window directly right there that she's obviously going to take, is if you know that they're going to throw the pallet, like you're very close, just go around it. Just go around this end, this side on the right. Go around it, and you can, by the time they get to the middle, you can shred them down, or obviously miss the shred like, you know, every good player does. And then, you know, you take the hit, break the pallet, and then continue the chase. Instead, you opt to just break the pallet, which is good because this is an insane pallet to break. So you saw this explode, which is fine. You go chase her. She's a much easier mark for sure. You get a really sick shred right there. That is so good. You peek around because you know that the Feng has a flashlight. You pick up, and you see Nia. Fortunately, she throws it very, very early. Okay, you swing twice, right? Here's the thing. If you swing twice, you get a hit right there. Drop the survivor. You're not going to make it anywhere. No matter, unless the hook, this hill is not here and the hook is literally right here, you're not going to make it here. You're not going to make it up this hill. You're not going to make it behind you. You're not going to make it anywhere. Drop the survivor, chase this Nia down. You can let the wiggle reset, or you can sort of proxy her, and if somebody comes to heal, you can hit them, and if they heal, you can get another down that way. It is not worth it trying to hook this survivor just to try. Drop the survivor, chase this Nia right here. Unfortunately, you know what happens next. You try to make it to this Scourge hook, and you don't, which is unfortunate because that's a lot of pressure lost. Fortunately, the Nia kind of presents herself in a load-bearing situation. I don't know what that was. I'm going to be honest, that was never, ever going to do anything unless she was running directly at you. But you make up for it with a really well-timed shred there. So, this is good. You know that there's a Feng with a thing. You did good here, but she definitely was going for the spin. I don't always remember to do this, but if you are like, okay, so you hit this, vault the window. Oh yeah, there were scratch marks there. I didn't notice that before. You go around this, right? If she's obviously she fakes this, right? What you can do instead of trying to follow her is like you can try to follow her, but then back up when you're here, back up into the window. She can't vault then. And then she has to run away, and then you can just follow her for an easy hit. I mean, you still get the hit, which is good, but it might not be so cut and dry as last time. She makes a mistake, you line up a hit, she takes the vault, she dies. Good, good, good. Don't pick her up, pick up the other girl. I think it doesn't matter in this case because the survivors just aren't altruistic enough to make it matter, but if you are playing against, like, anybody on a team or anybody with any altruistic bone in their body, they're going to see you pick up the person with no recovery, and they're going to instantly pick this person up, right? Or whichever person went down first. So always make it a habit to pick up the person with the most recovery on the ground if you can. So this was smart. Little thing, but it was smart. You could probably take the other person to the white hook next to the gen. It's good to look at that just to keep mentally track of where the David is. At this point, you're looking for her. Yep, she gets picked up, but she's too far away, so it's fine. You can just put her on the hook right here. No problem. You see him up there with barbecue, and you teleport. And he doesn't run because, well, he's David. Give him a good whack, So this is kind of sad. So what you can do to fix this is when you're going out the window like this, swing to the left, right? Unless you aim for on top of this, which you can land on, by the way, you can just swing. You know, it'll send you into a cooldown, but if you swing early enough, your cooldown will be mostly done by the time you hit the ground, and you won't lose momentum. And you'll be like all the way over here next to this box. Just swing. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Instead of having to go all the way around like that. I don't know what this was, but it made him panic a little and throw the pallet, so that's good. Yeah. I don't know what the David was doing. And then this is another situation where like neither of you know where the other is, and then he like runs and jumps down, and then he runs immediately underneath you, and you go, wait, what? And then you go around and up, and he's like, oh, just run away. At this point, you see that there are 2 people on a hook, and there's 1 AFK, and all you have to do is kill this David, and the game's over. So at this point, if this guy was like, if they were AFK, or if they weren't AFK rather, they would have saved both of these people by now, and you probably would have had at least one of them healed, right? Because they would have all run together and just had a healing party. This did not happen, but at this point, you're still following the David, which is good. He's on death hook, which is good, which means by the time you catch this David, right? I don't know what he's doing, but by the time you catch this David right about here, good bait. There you go. Good dead hard bait there. By the time you catch this David, these people are probably going to be like either 2 people healed or all 3 of them are healed, but they're not going to be working on gens. They're going to be off over in this corner over here working on the gen to the left. They're going to be gone, right? If they were a really, really good team, they might try to stop you from killing the David, but rarely do teams do that when there's so much altruism to be had with healing and unhooking and all that stuff. So, yeah. You throw him up on a hook, and it's all good from there. Yeah, so a lot of just like minor tweaks that you can make. If this guy hadn't been AFK, it honestly might not have been that different of a game. Just, you know, there's a chance that you don't get the hook on the person that's already healed if you pick up the wrong person, you know, depending on the hooks or the perks that they have, like We're Gonna Live Forever, they might have picked up the other person anyway. You stopped the David from finishing that gen, and you would have anyway. So, you know, it like you might have gone down to 1 gen and then killed another person, and then the exit gates would have opened, and then you could have finished them off. So I think this game was pretty well laid out for you to end it. And you know, you've got 6 stacks of Save the Best for Last on demo. That's pretty hefty, I think. So yeah, I would suggest if you can part with Corrupt, throw on Tinker, and if you place your portals better, you can teleport and they won't know where you are, then just pop out and murder them. Make sure you drop portals at every gen, or as many gens as you can that are close to each other, that are clumped up, and then yeah, you'll have a good time with that perk. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think you played pretty well. I think that you just need to work on some mechanics of shredding and other like various killer feel things, such as picking up the proper person or when to drop survivors, etc, etc. Otherwise, I think that you played this map well. You just, you know, like I said, you got kind of bailed out by the AFK person. I don't know why they went AFK. Obviously, maybe their dog had to like take a dump, or you know, their mom was calling them for dinner or something. You know, you never know. But you know, I think that this game might have gone to a 2K at least, and like I think a 4K was probably in your, you know, that was probably likely, because you could have killed at 2 gens, and then, you know, if you apply pressure like you had been the whole game, I think it would have been a wrap from there. So, all right, well, thank you for watching, even though you asked me to do this, but thank you for watching. So yeah, have a great one, everyone. See you next time.